a person can only experience the levels of multidimensional energy that has been programmed into your DNA sequences and you know, the tree of life and the holographic templates. And as this aggressively high energy, as the gravity belt is lessening and the energy is aggressively high, that is activating DNA codes within our structures. Now let's talk about inorganic states of holograms and organic states of holograms. And this will be very practical for you on a day-to-day level to understand this. The inorganic state is defined as a state which was artificially built, that it wasn't something that generally the collective was transmitting and coalescing together. Some people would call this extra-dimensional holograms. There have long been discussions about extraterrestrials who helped seed this planet, going very contrary to the theory of evolution, and that DNA strands were kind of a grand experiment, and this actually happens with planets all over the universe. And if there are lower vibratory energies and influences with extraterrestrial energy, as well as the beings that are populating this planet, you know, there's a subversive quality to it, or an infiltration, or even, this is a bit strong for my sensibilities, enslavement. But I'll assert any planet with a monetary system is going to carry an element of enslavement about it. When there is motivation for accumulating resources that can buy additional resources, there's going to be a problem with people who are not evolved and conscious and are vibrating at a lower level, right? Okay. And underneath some of the programs is a reflection of light. Let's call them ego filters, other people's ego filters that are moving throughout our spatial systems. And they have agendas and reasons for creating a collective fear-based kind of thinking. And this can even be, you know, collective archetypes. It's not all negative. I mean, it runs the spectrum frequency-wise. Addiction programs, mind control programs, as we've come to understand through CIA, science development. Alien implants, as others have testified towards, are examples of inorganic reflections of holographic architecture that was artificially built in dead energy structures through frequency manipulation, if you will. But this is how this energy can take form without actually even being seen and detected. It's not even detected by us unless we're aware of it. Now, some more obvious avenues for that are through our entertainment and viewing systems. You know, I've been sitting and watching the superhero movies and the apocalyptic movies and zombie movies really grow in proliferation the past decade. And rather than in a passive state, I'm like, oh, well, this is interesting, right? Because you know, the human emotions can't always separate between that which is manufactured and that which is authentic, or that which is inorganic versus that which is organic. So you're literally seeding more passive, unconscious people to start thinking in this way, a more fear-based way, and the end of time is coming, and you need to find a hero to fix your life, which is antithetical to what any good spiritual teaching is seeking to emulate out there in the collective. But we're able to change and alter and adjust these light patterns. Another example is what you get through the media and all media. that are owned by corporate entities that have a primary motivation of profit. Just reading some of the headlines, so-and-so smashed, trounced upon, it's almost like superhero language. It's very combative. It's very conflicted. And, you know, so that is going out and going out and going out and going out, and very, very fear-based. If you were to sit in front of the media now, and I'm filming this during the pandemic, you would think that we're all going to be infected and die. No. But it goes to the specificity of those who are in that situation and elevating it with fear-based thinking by producers, by the media stars who are reporting on it. Because I will tell you, the media model, which I have a 5-year degree in, is if it bleeds, it leads. The darkest and most horrible thing is always the top story, because it's an intention getter, because the collective has been seeded with low vibrational energies, and that in turn will increase our viewership, our profits, our advertising revenue, etc. That's why it's important to really monitor how much of that you allow in. Now, but knowingness and realizing that this is an inorganic hologram that is motivated by things very other than consciousness, you can be the gatekeeper much more strongly for these energies coming in. Because it's dead energy, in my view, and it's fear-based, and there are reasons behind it. But we're all able to change and alter and adjust these patterns through the compassionate witnessing of these patterns, thereby applying pure love through our spiritual body consciousness to remove and to shut down this inorganic noise. Because when we apply consciousness with intent, when we apply change in the frequency structure and we direct it through our bodies and through our heart specifically, we can remove, we can alter, we can clear some of these inorganic holograms that have been very intentionally placed into our consciousness systems. Holograms are manifestations of properties of light and how light is produced and transmitted and how it interacts with itself. You are a producer of light, and the universe is a time matrix consciousness hologram. It's reality that's projected as illusion of timelines within the hologram. And our hologram is composed of grids of instruction sets and this source consciousness. So knowing this, you want to work with your consciousness as you lessen the effect and the input of the inorganic or created holographic energy. Does that make sense? Because all living beings and inanimate objects even are emanating these tiny particles called quanta. And we're dancing with other living beings, and we're exchanging quanta with other humans and animals and nature. The smallest particles in every atom carry a replica of the sender. You're sending out your own little packet of data all the time. And this